Cast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, guys. My name is Danny, and I will be giving you today's webinar. I hope you guys are all doing excellent and happy we're finally closing the week. Today, I'm going to be talking about the search, the different filters that we have, and what we can do from there, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and log in. Since I'm already logged in, I'm just going to click on Settings, and it's going to take me into my control panel. Okay. I'm going to be talking about the search of our main product, which is a professional dialer in my case. Okay. Remember that you can always do the different searches along the way with the sub products, Home Deal Finder, Buyers Pro, and Leads Generator. If you want a little more detail about these and what they do and what you can find from them, we also have other webinars recorded with the results that you can get with each of those sub products. Okay. So just gonna log into I'm gonna click on my professional dialer, which is my main product. Okay, and it's gonna take me into my search. The search is where we have all our filters. At the top part, or beneath, I'm sorry, on top of the middle bar, we're going to see our basic filters. Of course, you do not need to fill all of them in if you don't need them, but um, these are the main filters, okay? Okay, if you are going to search for a specific address, you put in the street address over here, and of course the correct county. If not, you're gonna get a lot of properties, and it's gonna be very messy. But if you don't know, in the case, you don't know what county it is, you just have to click on any county, and you will be able to find that address. Okay. I'm gonna put it back into Broward. In case you want to click on, if you want to select or search in specific zip codes, you just have to put multiple contains. And for example, 33325, and I'm gonna separate with comma space 33023, for example. And it's gonna search with all the filters that I put in after, only in these two zip codes, okay? You can put in as many as you want. And also, if you want to search in the whole county, but you just want to leave out certain zip codes or one zip code, you just put in not contains, and then you just put in the zip code, and it's going to search in the whole county except the zip codes that you add in that space. Okay, so everything depends on what you add over here or what you select in the drop down menu. Same thing goes with the rest of the filters that we have here. Okay, I have a lot of questions regarding the middle bar because for example, you select for sale and it's going to take you to the for sale tab, or if you go for rent, same on and so forth. um, so if I select public records, it's just going to take me to this side of filters. But the good news is that the thing that we have over here is that we have filters for public records here, but you have for sale filters over here. For example, you're not going to see potential equity over in the public record side. You're going to see debt to equity, maybe, or just actually debt to equity, okay? Because these are things that you're not going to find in public records. But you can go and skip through each of these tabs or different tabs or buttons, and you can select several zip codes from different ones, even if you're not searching in the for sale side. Okay. Um, Same thing goes with the rest of the tabs. Of course, depending on the or the status of the property, you're gonna skip through each of these, and they're gonna have different filters. Okay. For example, the foreclosure filters, you have file date, entry date, which is the date it entered into REIFax. Okay, but the file date is a date that the list pendant or the pre-foreclosure became public. So you're not going to find that in public records, but since you're going to search for pre-foreclosures in public records, you can also skip over here and put in a file date. Okay, you don't have to stick to this tab only. So let's say, for example, I'm going to make a search in Broward. I'm going to put exact 33023, single family, for sale. Okay, so it's going to take me into my for sale tab, and I can put in either, let's say I want is a potential equity equal or greater than 30. Remember that depending on the type of filter, you just have to put in the number or the letters, okay? You don't have to put in any percentage sign, any money sign. I think that would be the signs that we use, but they're automatically already put in there, okay? When we talk about market value or listing price, like in for sale, we have listing price. You don't have to put any commas or any points. You just have to put, for example, 150, and you see that over here it already marks it as is. Okay, I'm gonna eliminate this. Just gonna leave potential equity, and I'm gonna put in market value equal or less than 350. Let's say. Okay. That would be about it. Okay, so let's talk about the rest of the filters that we see at the bottom. If you want to search for owner information, we have owner name, owner state. This is very important because if you're searching, for example, for um, in and out of state cash buyers, okay, in and out of state cash buyers. Let's say, for example, I'm going to go ahead and clear this search. I already did the example that we can use the for sale data, and I used as well the public records filters. So like I said, you can jump back and forth between the different tabs. Okay, I'm going to clear my search, and I'm going to scroll down over here. Let's say that I want to search for in and out of state cash buyers. It's very important that you have the owner information over here, right? So I'm just going to put owner name. This is my Danny's secret, okay? You want only properties in, for example, Broward that the owner is not empty, okay? So it's only going to search in Broward County for properties in public records. I'm going to put it back in public records, okay? And it's only going to give me properties that do have an owner name because I selected owner name not empty, okay? So for example, over here, I'm going to put in owner occupied no, because in this case, I'm just going to search for out of state owners. And I'm also going to put in a phone number not empty as well. So it's going to filter all the properties in Broward in public records, let's say, that are not for sale. For sale, no. And it's going to give me all the properties that are not for sale, and it's going to search for the properties that do have an owner name and that only have a phone number. Okay, so it's very important that you select this. And if you want it out of state, you can put in multiple not contains, and I'm going to put in Florida, comma, FL. Okay, very important. So it's going to search in actually everywhere that they own a property in Broward, but that are not in the state living. So it's going to give me the search like this. Okay, I got 58,000. Of course, I just made a general search, and what we can do from here is that you filter a little more. Okay, like for example, maybe sold date, or I don't know what you guys realtors and investors actually use to do this. Okay. So already it showed you how we can do that trick with the owners. Okay, so it's gonna only give us properties that do have an owner name and or the phone number and who to address it to. I'm gonna clear my search again, and I'm gonna show you real quick that if you are new to the system, or maybe you have a couple of weeks or months, you may not have known that you have a managed search. Over here, we offered you, or we created for you, a list of predetermined, let's say, filters. What you can do from here, or what's the benefit of this, is that, for example, I have users that always log in and make they have like base filters. Let's say, for example, I'm gonna put in something really random, okay? And actually, no, not this. They have a market value equal or less than 350. Okay, I'm just gonna make the same search that I did right now. Equal or greater than 30. Okay. So over here, I'm just going to click on my manage search. And what I was going to tell you is that I have many users that log into the system and always have like base parameters or base filters, like these that I just put in, okay? I'm going to put in for sale single family homes, okay? Give value 350K and potential equity of 30. I put plus 30 and I'm going to put equal or less than. Okay. I'm going to save. So like I was telling you, we have users that have base parameters, okay? So each time they log into the system, they're going to have, of course, the default, okay, which everybody has this, either Broward County or a county, the data of public records, and the state, okay? So I'm going to go into my managed search, and I'm going to, let's say, okay. Let's say, so I already put in all the filters that I just saved, okay? Let's say that this time I don't want to search in Broward because I already either downloaded that list or I already approached those properties and I already took a look at those potential short sales. I'm going to do the same search in Palm Beach. I can do that, and I don't have to put in all these filters. And I'm just saying that these are base parameters because I only put these two in, but you can put in many more that you don't have to type them in each time you log into the system. All you have to do is put the general ones or the default and just change the counties. Okay. So what I was going to is that if you're new to the system, you may not have known that you had managed search, and REIFax already imported to your system a set of predetermined filters. Okay, so over here, depending on what you're searching for, you have different ones. Let's say, for example, REIFax bank-owned multifamily, you have the same but single family. If you're looking for pre-foreclosures, upside down single family, or with more than 30% for of equity for condominiums, let's say for multifamily, probates for single family, tax delinquency for less than 10 of multifamily. Okay, so depending on what you are searching for, REIFax just gave you like a jump start so that you don't have to just skip through all the filters and see what you can use to get to each one. With this, you do get an idea. Let's say, for example, I want this one. REIFax does here is it puts the general or the base filters that you need to use to get to that bank-owned multifamily less than 10. Okay? So it put in the default filters, but you have to fill in the rest that you want. For example, we don't put in a county because that depends on you. Depends on your product, depends on the area that you do want to search in. So let's say, for example, I selected this and I want to make the search in Broward. So it's going to go ahead and search for my bank owned according to REIFax in Broward. According to these filters, it only gave me one property. We would have to look into that with more detail, but today I'm focusing on my search with you guys. Please do let me know if you have any questions or doubts along the way, or if I'm going too fast and if you want me to go through anything. Okay? Don't be afraid. Okay, so I already spoke about the managed search. Let's say that you have a tablet or your laptop with your mobile internet and you're just driving around and you want to do a search. You can turn on the GPS of your laptop, tablet, and you can find by local GPS. I'm not actually going to turn it on because my location is very secret. Just kidding. I'm not in state, so it's gonna take us out of the map, and it's not gonna be a good example. If you want to make any of these reports, you would have to use the Polygon. Let's say, for example, I'm gonna clear my search, and I want to make, for example, an X-ray report. It's gonna require a Polygon. Okay, so all we have to do is, for example, I want to search here in plantation, and then is when you're going to click on the report that you want to generate, and it's going to generate your report. Along goes with the rest of these 4 reports. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to go back into my search. If you have the professional dialer, you're going to get the let's say the big benefit of having vacant properties, okay, or the vacant filter. What we're gonna have, we added to the professional dialer is the vacant yes or no. So these are like abandoned properties according to REIFax's parameters, and then you have the vacant date according to how long ago was that property vacant. So you can do that as well. So I was thinking, going a little apart from this, that I've had a lot of users ask, for example, the tax delinquency. I'm going to put in the year. The year. I've had a lot of users with the dates get confused with the equal or greater or equal or less. With the equal or greater, if you put in, for example, 2017, it's going to search 2017 to, if you put in equal or greater, it's going to search into your current year, okay? If you put equal or less, and I hope I haven't confused any of you, it's going to search from 2017 to the beginning of our records when we talk about tax delinquency. So with the dates, equal or greater, equal or less, don't get confused. It's putting in from the date on or the date behind. Okay. What other doubts have I had with users? Okay, the Polygon. You can make, you can put in certain filters. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it in public records. I'm gonna use market value equal or sorry, great, less. With a debt to equity equal or greater than 30. And not for sale. Let's see what it gives us like this. I want to show you how we can work with the Polygon. So I made a search, a general search or a random search, let's say, and I added a certain parameter, but I didn't put in a certain zip code, okay? So what I can do is I'm going to zoom into my map, and I'm going to make a polygon around this area. So it's going to search only in this area with the filters that I currently have. Okay, let's see if it gives us anything like this. Okay, 22 properties. This is really good. A good list. And using the polygon, you can use both. If you don't want to use both, you can just use the polygon, zoom into your map with your scroll, and just select the area that you want, okay? And it's just going to search there. In this case, it's going to search the whole REIFax data because I didn't add anything and I just put data public records. So it's going to search for everything and I didn't even specify the type of property. Let's see again. Last time we got 10,000. Yeah, it's the same. So it searches the same thing. When we are, let's say, okay, so the bottom filters where we have others, these are rare filters. Okay, these rare filters are not for all the properties that we have in the system. Let's say, for example, number of stories, subdivision name, or air conditioning. Not all properties have these filters. So if you use them, try to not use very much filters at the top because they may be very rare and it's going to give us, or it's going to give you, maybe 0 results. Okay? When we talk about pool or waterfront, these are very common actually, and they may be of good use for you. These may work, but the rest from them down or below them may not be so common and they're going to be very rare to find. Okay? I've had also a lot of questions about duplex, triplex, quadruplex properties. These are multifamily less than 10, I think, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. These properties, how we can find them is if you have a realtor license to find mobile homes on land. Okay, so I have a really interesting question, and I'll get back to the what I was talking about right now. Yes, there is a filter to find mobile homes, and I will show you right now. To find mobile homes or the type of properties is when on clicking on the type of property filter, you just have to click on mobile home and it will find those in the area that you select. If you want them in public records or if you want them for sale, of course, you can do that as well. But yes, you do have that filter of mobile homes. You just have to, since there is always, or I think of it like that, since we always go into these four, single family, condo, town, villa, multifamily, more or less than 10, we don't see the filters at the bottom, but yes, we do have mobile homes, okay? And then, of course, commercial properties that are like, for example, malls, okay? Either public records or for sale. And then vacant lands, that is an actual vacant land, okay? And then with other, I'm not sure what properties what we might get with those. Let's double check. Okay. Let's see. I'm not sure what others, and if you have that question, I would get back to you with that, okay? Okay, so I was going back to you with I hope I have responded your question, by the way. I'm gonna get back to duplex, triplex, and quadruplex properties, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong once again, those are multifamily less than 10 type of property, right? So if you are a realtor and you have a realtor license, you're going to get in for sale filters remarks. In remarks, you will be able to put in the different types of, let's say, description. Because if you don't have a realtor license, you do have the legal description area. This is what is on public records. It may not be so detailed, but it may be of good use as well. If you have the realtor license and you inform us, we will activate a special permission or uh, a special permission where you can type in exactly where or the filter how we put it in REIFax. Okay, so for example, I want only duplex properties. I'm going to put in contains and I'm going to type in duplex. I'm going to put in public records for sale and I'm going to click single family. Okay, so I got 24 properties in Broward that are for sale that are considered duplex. Okay, I'm going to go back into my results and let's double check one. Okay, so according to REIFax and our data downloader, we can say, this is a duplex property and it's active for sale under the parameters that we have selected. So very important, like I said, if you want to search for duplex, triplex, or quadruplex, of course, you have to type it in exactly how it is in REIFax. If you do not, for example, type it in correctly, it may not give you very much results. You see? So we have 3 properties in Broward under the parameters that I selected that are triplex according to REIFax. If you want the listing details, okay, so in the remarks, I'm going to show you. With the realtor license, If you give it to us, you're going to see the page or the listing details like this. Remember that this only pops up if the property is active for sale. So in the remarks, it's going to show us that it's, okay, neighborhood with a large backyard, a duplex or triplex can be built on the property. So it searched for the property, and since it's in the remarks, it searched for this, okay, with contains. So it may not be a triplex property, but you have a chance of finding it. Do we have any questions so far? Please let me know how we're doing. Excellent. So we're following along. We have mortgage, probate, and if you have, once again, I'm repeating it too much, but if you have the right realtor license, you will have the expired listings tab. So these are the three generals, okay? For pre-foreclosures, okay. So I have two, so I was asked two questions. Can we search for pre-foreclosures? Yes, I'm going to show you how we can search for pre-foreclosures. And code enforcement liens, I'm not sure what those are exactly. So if you can specify if you guys can explain to me. Remember that I'm not a realtor or an investor, and it would be great use for me so that I can respond to your question, okay? Search for pre-foreclosures. For pre-foreclosures, you have two ways of searching, or actually three ways. If you want to search, if you want to use the predetermined filters that we have for you, you can do them over here. Okay, so you have the REIFax pre-foreclosed upside down single family. So it says, let's see, upside down less than 20. So it has a debt to equity equal or less than 20. You can do it this way, or you can use your own filters. The basic filters to search for pre-foreclosures are public records, and then in foreclosure, right below data, you just select pre-foreclosed. Like this, you already have your base filters like that, okay? Now, if you want to get a little more detailed, you can put in a file date. Or if you want an auction, of course, if it's for pre-foreclosure, you shouldn't have an auction date or amount. But you can put in a file date, which is the date which the pre-foreclosure became public. Or you can put in the entry date, which is the date in which the data was imported into REIFax, okay? So you can use these two filters along with these base. Now, another way to search for pre-foreclosures is, I'm going to clear again, and you can put in data, foreclosure, and then in foreclosure, put in pre-foreclosed. Over here, we're getting a lot more details, okay? So I'm gonna show you like this. Okay, so we got over here 6,000 properties, almost 6,100 properties. And if we take a look at our legend and our foreclosure column, you're going to see that they're all P. And what's this? We have by owner pre-foreclosed. Okay? So it's because it's purple and blue, and we have over here the P. So that's why I know it's pre-foreclosed. I'm going to go back. So this is the way you can find, those are the three ways you can find your pre-foreclosures. It's very simple. You just have to take a look at the filters that you have. Of course, if you want to go a little bit more detailed, you can put in the type of property, maybe a zip code, and that will filter down your list much more. Over here it went down only 2,000, but you guys got the real idea. Okay. I hope I have answered your question. And if you guys have any further question, please don't doubt or hesitate in letting me know so that I can clear it right now regarding the search fields. Okay, I'm guessing we don't have any questions so far. Okay, so I have another thing. Let's say, for example, your pay date is tomorrow, and you currently purchased, or you currently have, yes, the professional one county. Okay, with the one county, and you can change it only once a month of county. Okay, where we can draw a circle on the map. Of course, give me just 1 second. So you have only one county. So this month I had Broward County. For next payday, I want Dade County. The thing, or the only thing that you need to do is go into the little house that you have at the top left, and you can go into your defaults. In your defaults, you can change both the state and county. So that is when you log into the system, for example. When you log into the system each time and you don't purchase anymore the Broward County, but you have the Miami-Dade, you don't want that county, you don't need to keep changing that county. Okay, so you just go to your defaults and you just change it. And you will see that, voila, it changed into Miami-Dade. Okay, I see that we have a question, but Andrew, how may I help you? Okay, where we can draw a circle on the map. Yes, of course. I have another question, which is if you have a lower package like our platinum or maybe one of our sub products, if you can upgrade, yes, you can. Please contact us. It's very simple. You can click over here and we will gladly help you out and tell you even what's the pro rate, so you don't have to change your pay date. What's the pro rate that you have to be charged? And we will explain the benefits that you will have with the rest of the products or the one that you're interested in. Going back to the other question that I had, it is regarding drawing a polygon or a circle on the map. All you need to do is just with your mouse or with the plus or minus that we have in the map, or if it doesn't show, maybe you can zoom out of your browser and it will show up, of course. All you need to do is zoom in and click on the circle, polygon, or square, and you can draw the shape on the area that you want to make it. Okay, it's very, very simple. Let's see. Yes, yes, of course. Back in the pre-foreclosure, how can I select a for sale by owner only? Okay, that's very simple as well. All you need to do is, okay, I hope I have responded, or I have read the question out loud. I'm gonna read it again. I was asked back into the pre-foreclosure, can I search for sale by owner only? yes, you can. I'm gonna go ahead and make the search so that you can see. I'm just gonna leave it, or the way that I like it is just leaving it into public records. This way I can have a much more, um, let's say a list of results amplified where I can choose from. Okay, single family, pre-foreclosure over here. And then I'm going to go scroll down into for sale, no. Over here, I'm just selecting that it's not, it doesn't have a realtor, oh, with the templates. Okay, so with this, we already select that the property is not for sale. So I can go ahead and make my search like this in Miami-Dade. Remember, I changed my county. Okay, I got 4,000. That may be too much. And from there, you can keep adding the different filters. Let's say maybe a known debt you can use in this one. Let's see. Okay, in values, we have known debt. You may be able to use that one, or maybe in mortgage, or you can even use the foreclosure data so that we can put in our data a bit shorter, okay, or our list of results a bit shorter. I was just asked as well, do you have that help? Do you have any templates that help us mail merge with the search or with searches? No. Remember that we have, or that REIFax us agents don't, or are not realtors or investors, okay? So we don't have anything that tells us this is a potential deal, you should go ahead and make an offer there, okay? So it depends on you if or what list is best for you to do a mail merge or not. We're not capable or allowed, not even allowed, because we don't have that type of training where we can tell you what property is best to offer on. Okay. Okay, if we do not have any further question, if I have cleared most of your doubts, please do contact us if you do want something or a coaching further. If you need to talk to me, or if you need to talk to any of the rest of our agents, remember that we're live Monday through Friday from 9 to 6 p.m. You can always email us, and we will gladly help you out. Remember that we have other webinars about different parts of the system. In this opportunity, I did it of the search and everything regarding it. But you can also, but we also do of different parts, okay? For example, creating tasks, overview, subproducts, reports, create and execute tasks, results, and so on and so forth. Take a look at them. They're very, very good. It's by me and one of my coworkers as well. Um, you also have in the help section very short, because the webinars are up to 45, maybe an hour long, 45 minutes to an hour long. So it might be a little hard to take a look at all of them, but you have the help section where you are able to see the videos up to 8 minutes long of different parts of the system, but they're very detailed. So if you have any questions, or if you want to do it on your own, you can take a look at this part, okay? Well, guys, thank you for accompanying us on today's webinar about the search. I am glad or happy to have supported you guys today. And if you don't doubt in contacting us if you have any questions or doubts, okay? Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you guys have a blessed day and weekend.